All right, what is going on? How's everybody doing? Today, we are gonna talk about some skirmish stuff, right? So, I've had a couple of people in our Discord talk about wanting to see some Terra, right? And what it's the best time, really, to look at Terra. Obviously, with the more recent ban and restricted announcements, right? So, in CC, nothing changed, but in Blitz, we got this card. Got it back. Now, this card, obviously, if you played in the past, you love this card. You don't want to leave home without it. The more I play this list, I haven't played it a whole lot, but the more I want him to be like an actual adult hero, right? Instead of just Blitz. The kind of play pattern that's really neat with this is you get the Crown of Seeds. So for those of you, I know some people are a little bit newer, so this card needs no introduction, but I will give it one anyway. Pay 1 to gain a prevention of any damage, right? It could be arcane, it could be anything. Then you get to get rid of your arsenal. So sink your arsenal and then draw a card, right? So you just get to kind of replace. You get to use your extra resources with Rampart of the Ram's Head. So you're getting 2 block out of your 1 blue, no matter what. Which is, there's a lot of blues in here that do just block 2 inherently. And then lastly, you get to convert your last resource into a might token, right? With his hero ability, because the majority of everything that we're doing here is going to be anything that's blue is generally earth. There's a couple that are just really good cards that aren't earth, but either way, hopefully that makes sense, right? So at first, I was thinking, okay, this guy, he wants to play Crown of Seas, he wants to play Rampart. What is the most recent kind of build for those kind of lists, like for Oldhim, right? Like Oldhim and LL. That's kind of the first thing that I thought about. It's like, okay, well, Oldhim and LL really likes to play Count Your Blessings, right? Makes sense. So I started with an iteration that was Count Your Blessings at first. I played a couple of games. It was okay. It was okay, but like eventually I just learned that when I'm using Crown of Seas or I'm using Rampart and I'm getting the extra value off of the Count Your Blessings, I don't really need the extra resource sink. I just need the ability to crown Rampart and Terra, and that's it. That's all you need. So then you can play a little more mid-ranging to have a better matchup into some of these like wizards and whatnot. I know that sounds kind of weird, right? Because it's just like when you think this card is good against wizard. This card, it's a little slow in Blitz. I don't know if it's that amazing. So let me catch up a little bit on chat. Appreciate you guys hanging out already. I know we just got started, but turn some music down a little bit so I can hear myself think. What is up, Nico? It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you. Hey, this is gonna be CYB Terra. No, I don't want to play CYB Terra personally. So yeah, as I was just saying, the play pattern of the Terra hero ability, it just makes more sense to not play it. There are builds that you can do that if you really wanted to, you could do that, but I'm not super into it. Brickless Fab. Yo, you already have 4 wins poggers. True. Did I already show that? Wait, where is that? Wait. Oh. Yeah, okay. I had some people playing this earlier. Because it's in our Patreon. Yeah, the results don't look amazing, but we're gonna get it some good results. Don't worry. What is up, DM Armada? Appreciate you hanging out. Terra pretty good. Spoiler, surprise. Crown of Seeds pretty good. So when you pair Crown of Seeds and these extra resources to be able to get a benefit for like Breakpoint, Command and Conquer, and Concusses and Thumps and whatnot, it's really strong. Creasy, the Blop. I think you also get destroyed by Zen if you play ZYB. That's also a fair statement. Again, it's really slow. I don't think it's that good in Blitz. I don't know. It might be a hot take. I think it's good in like really, really hard control decks, but this is more built to be a mid-range style of deck, right? This isn't particularly a control. You don't have like the ice utility, right? Does that make sense? CYB is the truth, though. Hey, you know, if you got a list you want to share that we can compare, I'm more than happy to take a look. Was Peace of Mind ever an option in the list? You know, I didn't think about Peace of Mind. I really didn't. That is a card that I really liked in Oldhim, and I'm surprised that I forgot about it. That's something to think about. If you're going to play more CYB, that card could be really strong. It could be more a fatigue style list, right? DM, of course, Knight is playing Terra. True. Yeah, no CYB deck. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little more entertaining to watch when it's not CYB, right? Makes sense. Let's see. Sorry. Just replying to some of the Discords. I forgot to do my self promos, so appreciate you people hanging out on the regular anyway and kind of know the schedule. Depends on what you want to beat, really, but I prefer against non-CYB, playing against non-CYB Terra. Sure, yeah. CYB Terra, just CYB in general, when you have like Crown of Seeds and Rampart, obviously it's very strong. But I don't know, when you build like mid-rangey like this, it just wasn't amazing. Like, we can kind of go through the first iteration of the list and kind of what I did to give you an idea of where that came from. So let's see. Didn't get to play Crown of Seeds and CC so far. It's been fun. Yes, it's absolutely an amazing card. Amazing card. I hope I get to play with it again soon. Other than just Blitz, obviously, we can do LL and stuff like that. It'd be cool to see it in CC again. I think it'd be a little too powerful, to be honest. Hello, Azure J. It's been a while. Good to see some Terra love. It's only been a week. Last week I was pretty sick. My son got sick, so of course that means I got sick. So late to the party and just joining. Did you go over the deck list, post it yet? I have not. We're here just hanging out. We're kind of showing it. I was explaining that Crown of Seas is unbanned, and now you get to have not only the outlet for Rampart and Crown of Seas, you get to use your extra resource for the mites, which is sweet. Hearing no CYB is nice. Yes, I love it. I love it. It's very more interesting for sure. Be happy to play some games into a list like this for more testing purposes. Hey, I'm happy to do that. Maybe you can stream snipe me, even though it wouldn't be stream sniping. Don't want to see it in CC again? Of course, of course. Yeah, it would be, well, being a Jarl player, I would love to have it, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'll be kind of going back and forth between the chat and the list and whatnot, but I'll kind of show you guys where I started. So these I'm not sold on. I think actually what we'll end up playing, unless you guys are just like, no, we need more thump. Please, more thump, please. I'm probably going to play the Entangle and Mulch package with the Weave Earth. So the things that I was starting off on was, this is pretty much like generally the list. Sorry, not pummel. This was just it, right? So I had the CYBs. Where's the other one? Reds, and then what else am I missing? There's 2 more cards, so probably... I think that's it. So it would have been maybe Mulch or Plow Under. No, we already had Plow Under. Okay, so it probably would have been Mulch, I think was the list that I was initially playing. So if you look at it like this, I was playing this generally, and then depending on the matchup, I would bring in, this was pretty much in there all the time, I would bring in like Rootbound and Shelter, or Rootbound and Turn Timber, or Shelter and Oasis, depending on if it's a Wizard matchup or something along those lines, right? So it was okay, but again, I think if you're leaning towards the CYB, you want to prolong the game as much as you can. So cards like what somebody mentioned earlier, Peace of Mind, would kind of play into that game plan a little bit better, right? Prevent 4 damage, right? So this is physical damage. And then you get to create a Ponder, which allows you to continue to do your Crown of Seeds shenanigans. Gotta catch up. Gosh, you guys are active today. I love it. Let's see. LSS give us Crown of Seeds Jarl. I promise I'll be perfectly normal about it. No, Jarl will just turn fatigue, bro. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, it could be like a use Tunic and get a 5-card hand situation, but it's not as good as it is in Starbow, right? Hey, play through Oldham once already. At least Terra, no one near his level thanks to 2-block. That's true. Yeah, so with Crown of Seeds and you having to play all of these Earth cards to get the ability off of Terra, your deck block value is significantly lower, right? So your defense, you can see it's literally 2 in this iteration. But if we take these out, like I was saying, I don't necessarily want to be playing these. Put these in the inventory. And you add, in this case, we're at 20 blues. 22 is the sweet spot for me, just by the way. So for those of you who don't know and haven't been messing around with like Nathan's little tool, I should probably pull that up and show it to you. But you can kind of use it to figure out the math on what is the optimal amount of blues based on your pitch to cost ratios, right? And a couple of other things, and like the necessity for the extra blue using Tunic and having extra mana sink and whatnot. But the math comes out that 22 is actually ideal for this. Or Earth Reaction BS. Yeah, so just continuing off of that. So Terra is near the same level thanks to the 2 blocks, or Earth Reaction BS, true. Yeah, and it's not all the fatigue or anything like that. I think you need more thunks. Yeah, I probably do need more thunks, huh? Go back to the Victor list. That was all thunk. No messing around. Damn, you don't have a full Pirates deck by release. The next set, I'll be disappointed. Oh, trust me. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know DM's like big on the Pirates. Let's see. I know you've been corrupted by the number guys, Nathan. Yes. Well, we've been doing this kind of math for a long time, but like mine's been based off of I don't know, just kind of like experience, knowing the ratios that I need. So like the kind of way that I look at it, even without the spreadsheet, is, okay, I need a blue every hand, but I want to have like some consistency there, right? And a lot of my blues are actually pretty powerful, like Macho Grande and Mulch. These are cards that I'm okay playing. Same thing with like So Tomorrow and Evergreen and Cadaver Stilling, right? So these are cards that I actively am okay to play. So my ratio can go a little bit higher to add consistency. It's pretty good. Where is the tool again? Okay. So in our Discord, there is a live streams little text channel. It's called Live Stream Decks, and he put it there. What I can do is I will copy the link and I'll put it here. So it's a little complicated. It's a little daunting at first, right? But in his learning video, or what is it called? The learning curve. His learning curve video, he kind of goes over how to use it. How does this beat Verdance? Okay, so Verdance was a legitimate loss that I had. So Verdance can be tough because they can gain a lot of life, but their life gain is an actual payoff. So it kind of makes a little more sense for them to be able to play things like CYB if they so choose, right? But the way you beat Wizard in general is you have Seize of Tomorrow, you have your Oasis, and then Shelter actually has some text against some of these Wizards as well. So I played against a Blaze, and I won against the Blaze, and the Blaze seemed to know what they were doing. I know it was Talishar, but still, you know, wasn't terrible. So let me make sure we got 50 cards. The extra cards here. What am I missing? Bear with me. That's what happens when I mess around, monkey with the deck a little bit. So 22, that's right, 10. I think there's supposed to be a couple more reds. Pummel. Of course, it's Pummel. Right, so also a Tunic deck, so being able to capitalize off the Pummels, being able to have a payoff for the Mulch and whatnot. Why Concuss and maybe seems solid to me. Concuss is good. But the reason is a couple of things that I was thinking about is the consistency to decompose in this list is pretty important, right? So I want to play things like Weave Earth, right? Which is just a card that I can play out. And it has to be an Earth or Elemental attack action. So that means that I had to play these Elemental Guardian attacks to be a little more consistent, right? The other way that the deck can be built is not playing Entangle, Mulch, or Weave Earth, which then lowers your consistency for putting just free Earth in the bin, right? Because a lot of times you're pitching your Earth. You know, like that's something that I've noticed is I'm actively using the Earth as pitch to get more benefit off of the Terra ability, Crown of Seeds, and Rampart. So when I'm blocking, it's generally with, you know, like maybe a Canopy Shelter if I'm lucky, or an Autumn's Touch. But it's like a Mulch or a Macho, right? Some 3 block. So the other way you can build this deck that I thought, and has been very strong, is with the Concuss and Thump package, and then playing Summer's Fall for the extra decompose, right? Let me see. Main Verdance and Blitz and haven't dropped a game to Terra. Yeah, I feel like it's probably not a good matchup for Terra, which is another reason why I think like being a little more aggressive and disruptive might be the way. Because the game that I lost, I was playing the CYBs, and even though I was like gaining all of this life, and I was very defensive and did not drop like barely any points at all, they ended up getting me just from like a full combo because I was too slow. Are you on the arcane version or are you splashing the attacks, Diego? Yeah, the arcane version is the hard one. So let's see. But yeah, so we can, if you guys have a preference on which one you like more, I'm okay playing either. I think they're both strong. We can also do a mixed match, right? To where we can do away with Thump and play Mulches. So kind of the other benefit to think about with this too. So this is a 3 for 6. This is a 4 for 6. But these have added benefit of getting rid of a card. So if you think about the virtual math behind that, and like the benefit of playing these cards is with the assumption that it's an on hit. This comes in for 7, you get a card that's worth 3 points. It's kind of a 2-card 10 if it happens, right? Like if they just did not block. Same thing with the thump, but it's very much, you know, it has evasion. So there's a little bit more, you're paying a little bit more to do that. Here, you're paying a 3 for 7 that has basically a guaranteed 9 value, 2-card 9, but you get the benefit and the synergy of playing things like Weave Earth, and you can get them back with So Tomorrow and things of that nature. And then Mulch being a 2-card 8 with getting rid of an arsenal is like a 2-card 11, right? So like it's just a little, they're about the same, but a little bit different, right? So if it's a more value-oriented meta, I think these cards are generally better. If it's a more aggro heavy meta, right, then obviously the disruption and the forcing cards out of your opponent's hands is going to be better. Let's see. Side note, I've also done a little bit of testing with Crown of Seeds on our Earth Heroes. Florian is fun. Yes, yes. If you haven't played Florian in LL with Crown of Seeds and like Scalata, you should give that a try. It's pretty sweet. Is Evergreen Mirror or Fatigue Tech, or we just had no other good Earth cards? So Evergreen is one of the better Earth cards. So you can see I'm not playing any kind of recursion besides the So Tomorrow. But the Evergreen allows you, if you ever get to a late game position, to where you can, you know, just kind of do an Evergreen loop. So in the mirror, it could be pretty strong. It's a little hit or miss because we do play so many of these 2 blocks. So you can see the block in this list a little bit higher than it was before because we don't have all these like no blocks with the CYBs, and it does go up just a little bit because we're generally putting in the root bounds and another 3 block, and swapping in these depending on the matchup, right? So it will go up. It'll be about 2.4 something. But let's look at the other options that we have in Earth, since I'm seeing some questions about that. This is a no block that does nothing. This card is very mid. I would rather play, I think, Summer's Fall in general. Break Ground is something that it's not amazing. I think Evergreen is just better than this card because you want to keep an arsenal for your Crown of Seeds, obviously. This card is literally just worse most of the time. Earth Form is reasonable. It's a pretty good card, but we don't have a lot of non-attacks, as you can tell. We have 1, 2, so 4 total copies. So card not as good as it could be. Earth's Embrace, we are not decomposing constantly, so it's not as good. Earthlore Surge actually is a pretty good card. But I have valued the 0 cost, like the single card plays of getting more cards in your discard, right? Like the Weave Earth over these +3s, even though it's generalized +3, because most of the time it works on when you're playing this card. It works with pretty much any attack that we're doing, right? Harvest Season, not really going to play that. Same thing with Fertile Ground. If we're doing Fertile Ground, then we're going to be playing CYB. That's just kind of the difference there. And it's conditional. It's not as good. Rootbound, no need to play a 1 block. Sigil is also pretty mid. Same reason for the Earth Form. The Sigil Sanctuary is, you know, like it's only conditional. It's another no block. Strength of 4 Seasons, I thought was interesting, just having another 2 for 6. So it's kind of like having a Cadaverous, but it also is conditional, right? So just lots of different things. A lot of these are just conditional in general. Summerwood Shelter, kind of like defense reaction. Well, we have plenty of those. We don't really need it. And then lastly, Toma Harvest is another interesting thing to me, but we don't really need we don't need to filter through. We're playing mid-rangey like 2-card plays, right? Let's see. I like the Heavy Earth list more for value, but I think it will be aggro galore and Blitz. Yeah, I agree. It just depends. I need to play a little more Blitz and get familiar with the meta. I've been playing mostly CC, as you guys know. So this very well with the concussant thump package may just be the better thing to do. We like Earthlore Surge as a hand extender when your opponent gives you space. See, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So potentially Earthlore Surge, excuse me, might be more important than Summerswall. I don't think there's any like legitimate payoff to this card. It's just I wanted more ways to decompose before playing a felling or a plow. So it might be worth, in general, playing the Surge. I don't think new is like super popular in Blitz. It might be, you know, just depends. So I don't have any matchup buttons, but to me this is kind of like a self-explanatory deck if you think about it, like kind of critically. So you play this basis here. It's always this. You have your max number of blues. You always have to board to 40. You can't go above, obviously. Not anymore. So you're just kind of swapping in the cards that you need depending on the situation. The reason Plow Under is here, I play it into almost everything. But in the mirror, I believe I would play Rootbound Shelter and Turn Timber. I don't think this card is as good because they also play Ground of Seeds. So it's not really doing a whole lot. Right, it's just another 2 for 6. That does allow you to make another might and whatnot, but I think these other cards are a little bit better. This is also a 2 for 6, right? Just on defense and possibly more. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Mulch. I love Mulch. So she is not, yeah, new is not very popular. The only reason that makes me go CYB Fatigue is because it's just so fast overall. So it's fun to me. Just try to survive the aggressiveness. It's really sad when it's a Verdance or Florian, though. Yeah, see, I think the slower you are, the worse off you're into those matchups. It's just kind of what makes logical sense. Or Pulverize in the mirror. Yeah, I don't think you need Pulverize is the thing. So if you want to play Pulverize, you can. It's just the power in Pulverize is in something like Bravo, to where you can go tutor it and then make a surge off of your tech plating. And then play it on turn 2, which is like, you know, almost 3/4 of your opponent's life total, which is very, very powerful in Blitz. Whereas here, like, sure, you do a lot of deck damage, but again, I don't know that you need it because you have like your Sotamaros and you have your big reacts that are allowing you to kind of like equalize that deck disparity if you ever do get behind. And then like well-timed pummels, obviously, like you're just kind of pushing the deck size in your favor in a mirror like this. So let's start a poll. See what you guys think. So what package is what this is going to be called before we start playing a couple of games. So Earth package, or we'll say the Elemental package. Mulch, Entangle, or the Concuss Thump package. So you guys let me know what you want to see. And if you have opinions based on the meta in general, that would be helpful, right? So if you know, hey, this is like a super hyper aggressive meta, then obviously like we need to lean towards the more disruption. But if it's like can be a little more value oriented, and these are disruptive cards too, just not disrupted in the same way. Again, it might be worth. These are more consistent cards. They push and leak damage more, but these force cards from your opponent, right? I think when Guardian is the best deck in formats, it's not nearly as fun. Hey, speak for yourself. I have the most fun when Guardian is the best. It's not super often, but I had my Starvo for 3 months in CC, okay? It was sweet. It was just 3 months though, right? Yeah, Starvo and LL though, it was probably good that they hit Electromagnetic Somersault. That card was like actually insane. I ended up playing, I think, like 7 in my last iteration. Love Guardian meta, absolutely. Guardian mirrors are fun, I agree. I do enjoy some Guardian mirrors. When they're not like high rolly, right? Some Guardian mirrors can be high rolly, like the Victor mirror. But like OG Bravo mirrors, where you're playing just like, you know, your general blue base that isn't influenced by new. You're playing tech plating and Anothos. Like, those were so fun. Guardian mirror is the most honest matchup ever, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I miss the days where I could play some Bravo mirrors and like actually pitch stack and do all that. So you have 2 floating. True, true. Oh, you Anothos me 2 floating. It's just like, okay, I'll give you 2 cards. If you pummel me, then, you know, at least I don't discard a card, right? Okay, so it looks like a lot of people are actually moving towards the elemental package. I'm not trying to sway opinions. I think both packages are fine. It's just these are better cards in a vacuum. But these are better for expected metas. Like if it's a bunch of Aurora or Zen or whatever, these cards are going to be better. Like, we just know that. You missed the Ultimir and CC and Blitz. Not so much Blitz for me. In CC, I think the Ultimir was like... It was pretty skill intensive. It's a long time ago since our Oldham versus Bravo matchups in Blitz. True. True. Yeah, I do miss those. Yeah, we used to do a lot of those, for sure. Back when, this had to been like two years ago at this point, huh? You know, good old Bravo. Miss Bravo. When new is gone, we're going to go back to Bravo 100%. We'll make him LL. Okay, let's go ahead and end the poll. So the poll is... How many votes were there? There were 18 votes. Wow. That's interesting. So 12 people voted for the elemental package. That is really surprising. You know, who's to say we don't like try out both, right? Okay, so Earthlore Surge, like I said, I do want to play the Weave Earth. I think it is actually just in general can be better because we are fusing these cards, and even then it's just a +1 whenever we're playing this, or the Plowender, right? It doesn't work on the hammer. I learned that the hard way. So just keep that in mind. It says Earth or Elemental attack action card, right? Gets +1. Attack action, right? So I was playing this thinking, oh, my hammer is going to come in for 5. It does not come in for 5. Could Bravo be better in Blitz? Bravo is better in Blitz than he is in CC, I think. But that's just my opinion on, you know, I get to play Bravo the way I want to play. Know what I'm saying? What aggro decks are strong in Blitz? I would imagine Zen. Aurora's probably pretty good. What is legal? I need to figure that out first. Hold on. Let's see what's legal. Let's see these aggro decks. So Aurora. Like Azalea is okay. Maybe. Blaze, I feel like, is pretty popular. I've played against a few Blaze, and she does some like pretty crazy things. Syndra's probably pretty good, right? I think that would make sense. Data Doll is very aggressive. I have been Data Dolled. Yeah, I have. Not with this deck, but I have been Data Dolled. Dorinthia, for those of you who watch Josh's stream, this deck is actually pretty strong too. I'm sure Fang is pretty decent to an extent. The only issue is getting your fealty. As long as you can get your fealty pretty early, this deck does some of the best numbers. Zen, Benji, Syndra, Aurora, Blaze. Yeah, so these are more aggressively lean decks. Sure. Someone got a Syndra list for me for skirmish. Your boy is struggling. Yeah, somebody help him out. Help him out. See, look, we need to have a Shiyana list, right? We need to make a Shiyana list at some point. Do you guys want to see a Shiyana list before we play some games? I think my Shiyana list is really old. Probably needs to be updated with some things. Yeah, it's old, but I think this deck is kind of cool because you get to play Aura Mages and Flail, and then you get to play like Crippling, Drink 'em Under, Bet Big, Starstruck, Golden Sun. I mean, Shakedown Pummel, right? You get to play Buzzsaw and Germinate and all these other crazy things. Up the ante on your Shakedown. Hey, that was pretty cool, right? Shiyana is pretty sweet. I'm sure this deck sucks. Don't get me wrong. I think this one probably is pretty terrible compared to what it could be now that we have, like, obviously Ironhide Lex is not where we're going to be. It'd be something else, but Blitz is incredible right now, no lie. Really? I need to give it more of a shot. I feel bad for not playing it for so long, but there was a period where it was just, like, not really fun. Shiyana will statistically be big deck in format. I was trying to say B-diff. The older fab becomes the better, for sure, right? Like, I'm curious. Like, what are the specs that she can have now? Do I do specialization? Is that how you do this? Just type it in. Let's look at some of these cards. Some of these new cards, right? So, not big on these cards, and to her, I don't think they're like that crazy. Can't play arrows because we don't have a bow. I guess a lesson in lava, like I've seen some stuff where Shana was playing like a lesson in lava kind of build. The Sigil of Brilliance Tech 2 would be really strong. Got to figure out how to do that kind of combo. I think Ring of Roses could be okay. Spring Tiding could be okay, but like you need to have some way to make it hit. Crumble is probably just a very strong card to play, just for resource. Especially if you want to play like a Frost X Ice Eternal plan. Let's see. Listen, Lava is good. Yeah. That one makes sense to me. I just, you know, I saw Guardian cards and I'm like, yeah, let's play this. This is sweet. Art Lightning Blazing Aether. Yeah, that's true. Jeez, didn't think about that one. Hold on. Why not? I have Arc Lightning here. Yeah, so Arc Lightning, Lesson into Blazing, like that could be pretty insane. Well, how do you draw a card, though? I guess Crown of Dominion. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of things that you can do here. I think Microprocessor is probably decent. I think one cool tech that you can do in this kind of deck, too, is if you play against Dash. I believe this is how this works. But you can put a Teklo core in your deck boarding, right? And then you start the game and you can go get your Teklo core. I'm pretty sure that's the way the rule works. I'm not like 100%, but I'm like 97% that that's the way it works. I'm not saying it's necessarily good, but it would be hilarious. It's true. Arc Lightning Blazing Aether. Boom, 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 pop. Kill him. Is there other, I guess like Lesson in Lava? Let's see. Lesson in Lava says damage equal to whatever you go get it and put it on top of your deck. How are you drawing these cards? I guess it just literally has to be a piece of gold, right? So, yeah, we're getting way off topic. There's a lot of cool things you can do, but Shiyana is sweet. Probably need to pick one up before she like starts spiking or something crazy. Who knows? All right, so let me get a copy of my list real quick and get it saved in Talishar for a moment. Let's see. Save decks. Blitz public. Sounds good. Love it. Lesson to lesson. Yeah, that's probably the best, right? So this one might not be great. Now that I'm thinking about it, right? So we have a couple of poppers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 poppers. Like, good lord. That's probably not enough. So, I think the defense reactions are honestly like pretty strong. Just the 0 for 4s could probably be okay, and then play the plows. Get Prism out of here. Yeah. Give us your spice magic, man. I mean, this deck is like, there's no buttons, so you can just kind of copy paste at this point. So, oh, they get Luminaris. I forgot about that. Luminaris. They said hi, YouTube. They get covered up, but they said hi, YouTube. So, YouTube, say hi to them. Okay, so here, generally I just want to pass priority here. So it's kind of tough because if we attack with the hammer, like they could play out of aura, which is kind of annoying. Like, don't really want that. I want to keep this card in hand. I want to arsenal this. If I attack with this and then I pitch this, I get a might token, which could be good, right? So it just depends. I think it's probably correct just to go ahead and pass priority just in case they do have something, or it forces them into a position where they don't want to do anything there. So we'll put that there. Herald of Triumph. Okay, so we will go ahead and use this. Hopefully we don't get blown out. There's a world where I should have blocked with Rampart, just in case. Halo of Illumination, eh? Gonna go ahead and do that. I'm going Earth Heavy. Is there ever any merit to adding Out Muscle for a Go Again package? I've also thought about that too. Out Muscle, when you can generate a bunch of mites, is a pretty good card, right? Wouldn't be good in this matchup, but... See, we saying hi, he's sniping. He's not sniping. How is that going in the soul? Am I missing something? Oh, I took the damage. How did I take the... Oh, because of the Herald of Triumph, or Figment of Triumph. Whoopsies. Okay, so... I think it's probably just correct to go ahead and do this. Block here and here. We can arsenal that guy. Or this guy, I'm sorry. We should kill the Victoria. I think that's pretty important. So we're not really getting any benefit off of these mites, but... You have the deck list for this Terra build. I can post a deck list, yeah. Sure. I'll make a might. Again, it's not really going to matter because we're just going to kill this angel and pray. Yeah, them getting Figment, that's something that I need to look out for a little bit more just because Blitz is a little more aggressive, obviously, right? They're playing Dreamweavers and Imperium Rapture. I'm used to playing Norrin Boots. They might not even be on Merciless. I would think they would be, but not going to make a might. We got plenty of poppers here, which is sweet. Can't really complain about that. This probably might be a Figment turn. Making an air addition. So they attacked. The effect is not active, which means that we can block. Maybe we could just block with this. Don't necessarily need that. Because if there's anything I want to play, it's going to be this mulch. Okay, erudition, eh? This feels kind of risky, but I think I want to do this. That has Phantasm. I hope I'm not missing anything. Yeah, okay, it's popping. Sweet. Let's just go ahead and attack with the big number. Big number is good. It's half their life total. Hey, the benefit of Blitz. You just got to hit them a little less. Fast track to the end game. That's what it is. We haven't hit them at all, but same life total anyway. Okay, hey, got a couple blocks out of this. This is good. This makes me feel good. Leak a little damage. Yeah. Okay, some ravages here. Well, we're going to pop, but I'm also thinking about going ahead and doing Crown of Seas. I think I'm going to do that now. Just to see what happens. Okay, we got another popper. How about that? Pretty sweet. Because I have the extra resource, there's no reason not to block a Rampart, just in case they did something to push this over a little bit. So I'll still get to use that resource for the mites. I am going to pitch this. Because I want to make another mite. Then we'll arsenal this other motto for the crown sequence. Might be an argument to hold this, but I don't think so. Because we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. It's only turn 4, so it's not impossible that we don't draw a popper next turn, which could be bad. Depends on how they block here too, right? I want Terra to be CC legal. After playing this deck and Blitz a little bit with Crown of Seeds, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Well, I would need Crown of Seeds, but you know what I'm getting at. It'd be kind of cool. Though the Prism is that one matchup that I'll never figure out because I don't have enough repetition and personally dislike the matchup. I mean, that is fair. Soraya, using the Soraya here to protect the arsenal, that is, in my book, that's a win, you know? I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, we do have our poppers, which is great. Do love that. Probably pitch this for Crown of Seeds, use this to pop something. You get Terra, I get Blaze, Shake, I'm in. I'm in. That sounds good to me. So there's no actual anything that they can do, I believe. Fruits of the Forest Day. Block here and here. We will go ahead and pop. They can't like play an aura, right? So they can footsteps to play an aura here. But why don't we just CNC? I do like the idea of CNC. Prism hero art is the best art in the game. Yeah, this hero art is sweet. I do like this art a lot. CNC for 8, right? This is why you play Terra. You want to do your best Ira impression? but be a guardian. That's how you do it. I was thinking I might want another blue 8 or something along those lines. I don't know. I mean, there could be a world where I play even like a yellow mulch. That sounds weird. Maybe not. Terra gets an adult card and Crown comes back as CC, but you can play it in only mono earth decks. I'm in. Well, hold on. We already have mono earth decks, and those decks would be really strong with seeds, right? I don't know. I just want a world where Summit is better. Summit is so cool. Yeah, it's like impossible to play right now. Game has to slow down a little bit. Is there going to be any LL and Blitz? You're saying like a living legend format, but for Blitz specifically? I haven't thought about that before. I mean, eventually, probably, right? Kind of makes sense. Uh-oh. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, that is actually a pretty decent draw. Because we have Earth. Actually, we only have one Earth. Ooh, it's not as good as we want. So, honestly, it's probably just best to use this then. So we still have one prevention floating. If they play another 7. Oh, interesting. I guess we'll make a might. I don't like playing an E-strike into passing. That seems mid. But we might have to. Because I don't want to do Tunic and give them opportunity to ALS, right? So. Ooh. Which one am I arsenaling? E-strike or... I guess I can draw a card to see. I think I need this more than I need that. So we're going to draw a card. God, that looks so weird. Oh, it doesn't resolve anyway. Okay. Live and learn. Season tomorrow is pretty sweet. Like, do we know how many heroes are close to being LL and Blitz? We do. We do have a list for that. I think it's probably just right to go ahead and block here with this. Go ahead and use that. So the reprimand, they undid it, gives a -2, so this would pop anyway. So we know they have a reprimand. So they kind of just like tip their hand at us a little bit. And Summit is so fun for me if it just got +3 for the heavy effect instead of the +2. Would have solved a lot of things. I think if it costs 5, it would be better in my opinion. That would be like my ideal situation. Because it would allow you to play a lot of different play patterns and it wouldn't suck in the mirror anymore, right? Like them giving you a frostbite. Herald of Triumph. So I could give this. Still have no earth. I think it probably is time to go ahead and use this. Yep. Sounds good. We'll just hammer their face. We got a pummel. We got a tunic on 3. We're living life. This is good. Nope, we are not going to make the mites. We do value this a little bit more. We could also cadaverous tilling here. Yeah, so that gets go again. I think it's about time. We could probably just crown a seeds with tunic at this point. Get a little bit more information. I think I'm probably pretty happy doing it like this. I have a reaction just in case. Top 4 in LL Blitz table. Gotcha. Alright, so now we can do this because we have the fuel to decompose. So get rid of you and you. Get rid of, I suppose, you. Doesn't really matter. Okay, full block there. So this makes me feel like they're going to play another passing. That would make the most sense. Yeah. So if we crown of seeds here. Crown of seeds make a mite. Yeah. Oh, hello. It's not bad either. So I don't think they're playing ALS at this point. I mean, that's kind of given, I believe. I think we can just flourish. Attacking them. Failing pummel if you draw blue. I don't think so. Because the felling forces me to put a card on bottom. Nice. Oh, it is an attack. That's funny. I forgot about that. I'll block with this and make a mite. Yeah, sounds good to me. So here, I think I'm okay just attacking the face. This passing Mirage is not like super threatening, and because I'm going to have a root bound, I'd rather just get more cards out of them. Let's get rid of you. If you see it on... Yeah, you're right. You're right. If I see it on my turn, I'd have 2 floating and can pummel. Yep. That's true. No mites. That's fine. Alright, so this is for 7. Is it time to kill the passing? Yeah, it probably is. I don't do enough. And their arsenal sucks so bad, so like, just don't do anything about it. I'll make sure I have enough earth. I do. Yeah, crown is very silly, for sure. All right. They wanting to like play their card or something? No, they want to attack. So if I block here, I attack. I can fruits potentially. I don't think I necessarily need this tunic resource, so could use it to block. I'll keep it though. I'll just take the 1. That's fine. They said only 15 more attacks of that passing Mirage. And they'll get there. That's fair. Let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead and gain. Do I want to do this? I still don't think so because of... the pummel situation. No, I don't think we need to use the tunic. Don't really want to trade it for extra points like that. Now I'm pretty okay doing this, I believe. Go ahead and do that. And maybe we can macho. Another reason to keep the tunic, right? Okay, Pierce Reality. That card is very annoying. Okay, so let's figure out the math, right? So they can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then block with a card, so it's probably just correct to go ahead and kill the Pierce. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so Ravages. When you got the popper, you just pop, right? That's how it goes. Interesting. Pierce, okay. Now we can attack them. Go again. Force a couple of other cards. Macho kept in hand, you could probably just ignore Pierce for a turn there. I think that they can survive it, so I don't really want to risk that and then have to give up my hand and relinquish the tempo, right? Okay, kill that Pierce. Arsenal this guy. Okay, so we can Crown of Seeds. Dreamweavers, sure. So Crown of Seeds, I think we just keep the extra card here. We can use that. Defense reaction. Is there good? Yeah, and at that point, they have nothing else, right? So it just kind of makes sense. All right. GG. This deck is sweet. All right, where are you? There you are. Let's try it again. Play a less, like, crazy game, I guess. First, when you're in the mirror, I think that makes the most sense. GG. Oh boy, that was so many poppers. Should have not used Halo when you did. When you did, I was just like, oh no. Yeah, I might just get snowballed. I was a little nervous for a little bit. But I think in this matchup, there is merit to playing Oasis as well. But I think these cards are just like kind of where I want to be. So we're going to do that. Oh, they're playing Sledge. Boy. Sledge time. That's crazy. I think I like Mulch more just in general as a card. So I'm going to pitch it to second cycle. I'll probably just Arsenal this CNC, maybe save it for a rainy day. Other Terras played against barely popped anything. Yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard. Like, you don't play as many poppers as you wish you could, because you have to have a good amount of earth density. But oh, go ahead and make a might. We'll put that on the bottom, and I think it's probably just right to Arsenal that. Holy mulch. Wow. Thunderquake. So that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. I think these like extra things might be halfway decent. So I can block here, here, and here. Is that correct? I think I might just Arsenal this Entangle. Yep, I would love to make one. Do they want to make one? Nope. Alright, so I am just going to sledge back. Because that sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah, I'm winning. I'm winning that one, Kana. Believe it or not. I play Guardian, and sometimes I win. Going to Rampart is such a silly combo of weapons. Yes. Yes, it's so good. Especially when your hero ability says make a might, too. It's like kind of insane. Nope. No might. I want to keep my arsenal, please. Thank you. Thunderquake Red, you say? Red? That's crazy. So here I'm going to go ahead and kind of planning my next turn. I want to play this Entangle, revealing Weave Earth, Arsenal to Weave Earth, which means that I need to block here and then take 3 after the shelter. Block with the Pirate Lady. We pitched a card and only used 2 resources. He's wet. Never mind. Exactly. Hammer for 6 is so funny. Yeah. It's good. It like happens pretty consistently, so you can imagine. And this is where these cards are better. In like a mirror like this, these are significantly better than those concussants and other random shit. Because this being a 7 breakpoint is super annoying. Now they're playing Paper Scenes and Sink Belows, so the likelihood they have another one is pretty high. We'll see it here. Yep. That is a-okay. Then we can use Tunic for Crown of Seeds potentially. No might. We have no earth in the bin just yet. Might be time to put some earth in the bin. I think it's probably still correct to use tunic. I can arsenal this. So I want to block with this. This card is just actively here for blocking, right? So still no earth. Keep looking at it as if it's going to change. I think I'll just probably block with this too to make sure that I have enough earth. Then I can keep this to overpitch. Yeah, seems good. Yeah. 3-card 10 is still pretty strong. This is usually how you win these mirrors, is by playing cards like that and them leaking too much. If only we can have Oakenold in this deck. Oakenold Channel. And have a hero ability that says if you pitch an ice card, they have to put a card on top. If you pitch an earth card, they have to prevent 2, or you get to prevent 2. That'd be crazy. Okay, we're getting that spinal. So they are like true mid-range Terra. Yeah, I'll make a might. That was kind of the point, right? Ooh. Nice. So this is going to be go again, it looks like. Yep. So let's think about this mathematically. So I think the best line would honestly to be get rid of this, pitching this, and then I can root bound and keep a couple of cards here. That might be right. Okay. I'll hate that. So now we can block here. Pay the 1. We do indeed have some more earth, so we're gonna do that. Doesn't seem like they're playing too much decompose. I haven't paid attention too much. Now here, it might be correct to go ahead and block with this. You know, attack back, arsenal this. Taking 3. I don't know, this ledge is kind of brutal, right? Sledge back. Yes, sirree. Cartilage crush? What is happening? Okay. I'm good. Sand's kind of mid. Not gonna lie. I could crown. I think I'm willing to crown just because I have Tunic coming up. I don't hate it. I can block here and here, then Command and Conquer, make a Might. Terra lore-wise is such a sweetheart. He would never agree with fatigue like Oldham. That's probably true. It's been a power card, but have you considered the Jarl chest? Jarl chest piece. Oh, the one that makes seismic surges. Yeah, I haven't. As you've seen, like, I haven't been using this tunic as much as I would like. It's there mainly just to like set up some Command and Conquer pummel plays, if at all possible, but I don't hate the idea. I just need a little more payoff to like really want to do that, right? Obviously not in this list, very few Guardian techs, but Crown always being an Earth card for on-demand Sir. Ooh, I didn't think about that. You can block with your Crown and that. That's crazy, actually. Ooh. Oh, this guy's cooking. And good old Staunch. I thought about that card too, dude. The blue one. Yeah, they're just big Guardian attack the deck, right? Yep, that'll make me a Might. Oh, I don't want to skip. Thanks for the offer, but no thanks, bro. This already blocks for 6. There's no reason to reveal the information, so I'm not going to. Yes, I'll make a Might. And here, I think I'm just going to E-Strike and Arsenal this pummel. Buff power. Just you wait until you think about CMH tutored with imposing visage and to go, oh my god. Oh my god, that's insane. Yeah, you pitched Blue Debilitate turn 1, he probably really heavy with the attack actions. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, we grinded. What a grindy game. That's how we're going to try to break this parity a little bit. With this, maybe. Uh-huh. Can we do this? If we block with this Earth card, then... Oh man, that's bad though. So, no, hold on. No, we don't have enough Earth. Man. That's the hard thing about this deck. It can be a little tricky on that front. So if I Rampart here and block with maybe this. See, I'm not big on that either. So like, I think we just had to block with this, take a few more damage, so we can actually push a pummel. revealing the red can be interesting for them too. Yeah, that's all I can think to do at this point to like try to break the parity a little bit. I need more like blocking earth cards. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so there's probably another Fate and another Shelter in their deck. And we know they have staunch responses because they pitched one. I'm willing to pummel this because they don't have Tunic counter for Sledge. It'll probably eat a react, but that's fine. It does not. Okay. That's insane. That's really good. You like not blocking and arsenal felling? I thought about that too. So here... Does this work with this? I think it does. I'm gonna test it. It does. Okay. It should work. If not, it's a Talishar bug. Yeah. If it didn't work, I was just gonna undo. I'm sure they'd be fine with it. You, Arsenal. I don't know, this is like kind of mid. I want to play the Command and Conquer with the pummel, but I don't think it's correct. I think it's probably... Is it right to just do this? I don't hate that. Flourish is pretty good here. Command and Conquer for 10. Ooh. Pew, 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 pew. Ooh, Terra Sunder. Got us a Terra Sunder. Heck yeah. You love to see it. Their block value is a lot better than our deck, though. That is a fact. Oh, look at this. Look at all this block value I got. It's so crazy. God, this is just some shit. I guess I'll take 3. Might be too high on Earth. Might be something to play with. I say that, and I didn't have like Earth for a long time, but like I guess like pitching Earth is kind of the thought process that I have. It might be a little much. I could probably swap out one of these like bad blue Earth cards that block 2 for, I don't know, something like literally anything would probably be okay. Terra under. I don't hate that. Ooh, they're having a big old think. Because they have to give me like 1 card and take 6, or like give me some armor if they want to swing back, right? Which makes sense. Okay. This is good. This is good. Okay. This isn't bad. It's not amazing. So I think we probably just end up arsenaling this. So just hammer. I know it's kind of lackluster, but I don't think this is doing anything. So I'd rather keep it for block. Okay, favorite scene. It's the last favorite scene. So they might not be playing another shelter, and if they are, then that's what this arsenal is. Okay. Keep my 3 blocks. Uh-oh. Probably not pummel. This is a grindy game for Blitz, for sure. I guess it does pummel, huh? It's crazy. Is this worth doing here? I thought about doing this, I really did. I thought about the gauntlet. So 5. Yeah, dude, that would have been so good. Fuck. Alright, fair enough. So that means we take 5 down to 2. So we'd have to get rid of probably fruits. Yeah, this is bad. This is not good. I should have played around it. Just because we haven't seen one just means that they were arsenaling it, right? So I will go ahead and make a might off of this tunic, I believe. Well, could use the tunic for flexors. Or rampart. I think is fine. Okay. a lot of clicking in this deck. Yep. This could be a go again turn. Oh, it's just a Thunderquake with potential pummel. So here is 7, right? 8, 9, and then we can do the whole thing in case they... Yeah, okay. Harrow's Terra into Dory Quicksilver Prodigy. Not sure, to be completely honest with you. I haven't played much in the Josh. I wouldn't think it would be, like, terrible, though. Okay. Yeah, so we played around it this time. Good math, good math. You know, that's just pure grind when the first equip block occurs on turn 13, true. We grinding for real. Your skirmish is Sunday and you're stuck between Young Slippy or Terra. Young Slippy. Is there a Young Slippy? There's a younger Arachne that's basically better than Slippy, right? So, maybe, I don't know. Okay, we got their E-Strike. And their Terra Sunder. Oh, this is a banger. Arachne Solitary, yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Solitary Confinement is what they meant, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. They're like basically the same text. His text is actually better than Slippy's though, because I think it says your stealth cards. Staunch Response, yep. Okay, I knew we had the seeds, but we also have a Turn Timber, which is kind of banger. So we just do this, and then we play our So, right? Yeah. Just show you that one, I guess. Doesn't particularly matter. We'll put the Felling back. It's just the strongest card. And then, I don't hate that either. That's really good. Put this in Arsenal. Yeah. Might be enough to break the parity. They got more armor than me, so it's a little sketchy. Okay, there's the last shelter. Figured that. You have a hard time deciding on Valda or Terra to play skirmish. Who should you play? You should play whoever you think is the most fun. So I think I need the seeds here. I could fruits, so seeds and block. No, probably the weave earth. I don't even have to, actually. But they had a might for whatever reason. But Blitz isn't fun. You don't want a blue pummel here? Yeah, that'd be good, right? That's not Terra. What do you mean that's not Terra? We have been grinding pretty well, I should say, considering their whole deck is 3 blocks and 4 blocks. I don't feel too terrible about this situation. They already blocked with their mottos too, which is kind of sweet. Means that we don't have to worry about that. Not that they could even afford to get around it, but you know what I mean. They said, take it. Not really. Okay, maybe. But not really. Why would you do that? Let's undo that. I feel like you meant to fruits, right? Like, there's no reason to just throw in the towel. Come on, buddy. That is so anticlimactic. If that's the way they want to do it. No, why are you pitching the fruits? What is happening? Okay, okay. They had another fruits. Got it. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. Our next turn is going to be felling. Nope, I'm good. Actually, sorry. That's fine. It's kind of frustrating. I didn't mean to do that. I guess I can use it for this rampart, right? So, we go here and then block. Yeah, I'm not even using it for that. No, I am using it for that. Yeah. Yeah. Too terrible? What do you mean? Yeah, he's out of cards. He has 4 cards left. We have our 6. So he is forced to give us quick dodge plus 2/3 blocks to not die. At least. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is an awesome situation, actually, because they can't do anything with that tunic to swing back. Oh, this is a super pivotal situation. Yeah. Dude, that's wild. Felling is like one of the most crazy cards ever. And that's for sure game. All right. Good game. And that's why I don't think you need Sledge. Like, God, that was grindy as heck. But, yeah, just the inclusion of Felling and being able to recur that. The card is, like, so powerful. Okay, against Verdance, I guess I'll go first. We will go with the Arcane Barrier, so effectively AB3. Shelter, Shelter, Oasis, Oasis, and Plow. We'll try this. I haven't tried this iteration into Verdance since I like cut the CYB. Yeah, it's not Terra. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. The puns. Need to get back on my pun game. Good luck. Have fun. Oh, Waning Moon. Arsenal. So if I Arsenal, I probably want to Arsenal this card so I can overpitch with that. Let's do that. Goliath Gauntlet. What a card. I love it when they block with a tree. That feels fantastic. I wouldn't have it any other way. Aw, man. Okay. I think I might Arsenal this Macho and keep the E-Strike in hand with the intention of, like, probably Crown of Seeds. Especially since they showed us a tree. Well played. To Felling. Hey, can you not be almost $70, please? Sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Felling is a banger of a card, obviously. So it's you're gonna have to pay for it. We'll go ahead and do this. Okay, sweet. Love to take damage. That's awesome. I get to E-Pot too. Yikes. No, I'm not gonna make a might. So here, so I E-Strike and then Hammer probably, since I don't have an Arsenal. Sure, Wisdom wasn't as expensive as it was. Earth Heroes aren't even that prevalent right now. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty surprised that the price is, like, retaining that. Like, sure, Jarl is, like, I don't know, reasonably popular. Verdance is more popular now, actually, so I guess it kind of makes sense, too, if you think of it that way. Just taking it, bro. Love Verdance and have been playing her since Rosetta spoiler season, but I'm actually tempted to sell my Earth cards now. Yeah, because of the prices. Yeah, I understand. It makes sense. Yep. Another tree. Well, I guess I'll go F myself then. Yeah, we'll just let that resolve. Alright, get rid of you. We'll do this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Jeez. No mites. We will go ahead and buff power this guy, arsenal this, and maybe draw a pummel. That'd be cool. And this is the kind of matchup that I was thinking, like having more blue decomposed cards would be very beneficial. Or like even cadaver stilling reds would be potentially playable. I don't know. It's just way too expensive, which I hadn't invested as much as I have. I understand. Card gaming is expensive, for sure. For sure. Okay, little favor scene action. Yep. We'll arsenal this command and conquer, and maybe we won't have to use our AB. Well, these cards are like, there's no pummel here, so. Surprised I haven't played any other cards. It's been a very weird game. So if I pitch this, or I guess I pitched this. Yeah, I pitch one of these. I don't think this on hit like actually matters at all. No, it does because they're playing Goliath Gauntlet, right? So we just haven't seen anything yet. Is there a world that Verdance plays Crown of Seed over Plume? Plume just feels so strong, right? Because of the rampant growth combo. Cosmic, you wanted to play a bunch of the classes, but haven't decided on anything 2 or 3 due to... But you decided on playing 2 or 3 due to the cost overall of the game. Yeah. Yeah, that's the downside. If you have a good community, like I have a really good local community, you can pretty much borrow any deck. Like most people can scrounge up something for you to play, which is really nice. Or you can do like deck swaps, as long as you trust those people, obviously. Yeah, this is very much a community-driven game, right? More so than some other ones. We haven't seen an Oasis, which is notable. Or a Seeds. Think you want to always combo with Verdance? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, like with the Plume. So it makes sense that you would just want to play this. I have a cold foil of this card, so if I ever play Verdance, this is what I want to do. But I think she's really strong in Blitz. They are taking a lot of damage. It does not bode well for me. Goliath Gauntlet time. Hey, what's up? So -2 to this. So this is coming in for 6. So, huh? What a weird situation. Like, I think I want to do this. I think. I guess. I don't want to take damage. I know that. I know that for sure. So we do this. Make my hammer just a little bit bigger. It's another earth card in the bin, right? There's a world where like ours or Blocking with this might have been okay. They haven't decomposed at all either, which is like really weird. You want to do the same? You set on playing 2 classes. Unfortunately, the classes set my eyes on both start with W and are hated by LSS. Fair. Thus, they never get any support, so I picked Prism. Yeah, compared to the Canopy Shelter Fruits, is taking 1 less damage. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I like traded the damage, like the health for this damage. I think it equates to about the same mathematically, right? But I think it is probably better to have played this. I do agree with you there. Yeah, and I can't really play the felling here. Oh, I could. But I'd rather save it for later after I play like a blue Cadaverous or something. Nah. It's fine. So if I do this... So I can block here and... So I block here and maybe here. Or do I just want to play this out? Or do I want to play this out? I can't play this out. So maybe it's right to go ahead and play a plow just to get that train rolling. This deck is hard. I think I have the earth, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm still going to decompose just to get it online. This is so mid. Okay, it eats that. I don't hate that. I guess depends on whether you value damage or your own health more highly. I think depending on the Verdance list, you're in mortal danger right now. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true, right? Pretty sure. For sure. Uh-oh. Don't like that one. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do our thing. Blue? Oh, hey. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, we can't really do a whole lot next turn, right? So... So I do this on the pulse. So you... Wait. I'm confused. That didn't work, right? No, I can't do that. Undo. So I A-B this one. For 1. And then I do this. There we go. That. Okay, that's weird. They have changed that since the last time I played. What the fuck is happening? Why did I... Wait, so how does this work? So I pick... I gotta choose that. Yeah. So you have to Pick the hero to gain respite. That is so weird. I mean, like, I guess it helps if I read, right? Okay, now it works. Weird. So you have to target yourself. That's so odd. Interesting. I guess it does like make sense, the text on it. That is how it reads, right? So yeah, very odd. To Emeritus. Oh boy. Yes, sir. Let's see what we draw. Come on, something good. That is not the best. Okay, so they're waning mooning. Which means, okay, let me do some math. So I can take this. No, there's no reason for me to take any of this. I think I just keep the Oasis. Because I still have the prevention. Yeah. Yeah, very, very weird. I do really like Terra into these wizards because of his, like, you just prevent stuff and then you make mites. Like, I think that's super cool. Do I think Adult Valda is going to be super strong when she comes out in the mastery packs? It depends on the cards, right? Like, I think she very well could be very strong, but she will have to have support to make her strong. Her ability is good. If she was a 42 health hero, I think she would be significantly better, right? Just kind of based off of her young hero, because they're the same text. A little bit different, but like they're basically the same. They function the same. This is a banger of a hand. This is a banger of a hand, bro. Oh my god. And I get to play Felling. Oof. Ooh. That's pretty good. Because this allows me to do this, which is really sweet. I should probably... I'm going to overpitch. Just to have the extra resource. Let's see, Valda skipped leg day. Maybe. Yeah, a little disappointed that they didn't give her 42 life. Leads me to believe that they gave her good support. Right. Yeah, so that's all I can imagine too, right? Like, I understand they don't want to like start making heroes that are higher than 40 because it does kind of break the balance of the game a little bit. And you can just play like the most fatigue-oriented hero probably, and it would be like just the worst, most miserable experience ever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I'm dead. Yeah, this is a live and learn moment, people. Yeah, I should have kept the Oasis, huh? Fair enough. Yeah, breaking balance, having access to talent cards. Yep, that's true. All right. Yep. GG. I'm dead. Because this gives plus 11, right? So they can Spellfire, then play an Emeritus. Emeritus coming in for 15. So I'm like guaranteed dead. Yep. Yep. Oh. This is still dead, right? Yep. GG. Yeah, if I kept the Oasis there, then it would have been possible, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, we're playing against Dash Database. The Dash IO. So here, here. Probably good with these. The rest of these, nah, whatever. Don't need it. Pummel? Probably don't need. Probably take that out and plow under its 3 block. Yeah, I like this. Looks good to me. Yeah, the 2 life from fruits. Got them. Boom Granadal. I should have fruits, but, you know, not gonna undo that. And we just do buff power. Maybe draw a card. I think draw a card is unironically correct, because I can gain 2 life and then arsenal this. T-Bone. Don't need that card. Ooh, Cerebellum time, huh? Yeah. Card is disgusting. Alrighty. I think we're gonna shelter here. Oh yeah. Get you another boomy. That's crazy. I think it's probably pretty important to keep this card. So I'll give the armor. Just having more for Crown of Seeds when they have a boom grenade that's gonna stick around. Nope, no might for me. Rampart's good, huh? I think there could be more Jarl build that are not explored. I want to play him, but not a huge fan of the current builds. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he has like a ginormous, absolutely ginormous card pool, right? So there's lots of different things you can do. Manage top 2 cards of your deck. Gain 1 action point for each mechanologist. Build this way, okay. There's a number of equipment defending this. I have Earth, so this is good. So I can go ahead and root bound here. Okay, working out. Yeah, that's the only downside is like because they lead with that, I get less value out of my Rampart, which is kind of annoying. Once new is gone, the possibilities open up 100%. Yeah, once new is gone, then You get to play a whole bunch of different ranges of builds. Because this is going to be a pretty large turn, it's time to quick dodge Flexor here. Oh man, these flexors are so insane. Oh my god. Okay, you got 2 damage on me. Jeez. Oh, you got a lot more damage on me actually. Whoops. That's fine though. This Seeds is not very good right now. That was a crazy turn. I really like that. God, their turn is mid though. Yeah. That's game over. They want a rematch. I guess we'll rematch them. So we're at 3-1 tonight. It's probably the last game. It's getting a little late, but we'll see. That was like crazy. Those flexors were so nuts. I'm like super into that. That's awesome. We'll just hammer. There's no reason to do anything else. I'm not going to pitch. I'm going to arsenal this and then have the bigger block cards in my hand. Okay. I don't think it's time to flex her just yet. This is kind of like an awkward situation for that. So maybe I just here and here. I love it when they break the chain. It's so good. So good. Oh no, never mind. Uh-oh. Yikes. Big damage. Fender Bender. Do I have enough earth? I do. God, that card makes everything so awkward. Can't be defended by equipment. Okay. Yeah, awkward, awkward. Yep. How much I can do there? Probably could have saved a little bit of damage. Can't be defended by equipment. Well, we are going to go ahead and do this. Lots of 3 blocks. I think I'm more willing to go ahead and take this. It's just 1 damage. Uh-oh. Okay. Bender. I want the respite, please. Thank you. And Fender Bender, you are being blocked. Yeah. Opting. If I go to 2, just take this, let them opt. They can't do much next turn, right? I think we just have to give up our tunic because of the boomy. Sure, I'll make a might. Why not? Heck yeah, all the boom grenades. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good game. GG. Yeah, that matchup feels pretty okay. So, but yeah, that's the Terra list. I think it's pretty good. I think there's some. This isn't the Terra list. Excuse me. This is the Terra list right here. I think it's pretty strong. It's pretty fun. Yeah. There's probably obviously some tuning that needs to happen with this list. Yeah, like the tunic situation, it's good. Obviously, like I mean, the card is insane, but we didn't see a lot of opportunity to use it tonight. But I still think it's pretty strong. Just even enabling the pummels and whatnot, right? And your tunic crown plays are always really strong. So, yeah. Big thing is, if you expect a bunch of aggro, it might be worth playing some Concussant Thump. But as you saw with like the Dio matchup or the Dash database, I'm just like blocking the whole time anyway because they just are going to turn through their deck and fatigue themselves. So even then, it's like not worth it for that. Maybe against like the Ninjas and Syndras and whatnot, if you play against those, might be okay. Will Adult Terra look younger or older? So I think Adult Terra will look like... That'll be his foot, right? Hold on. Bear with me. I think he'll look like this. Once they ever make him an adult hero, I think he'll look like this, which would be really cool. And he'll be like an Earthbond style hero, which kind of is already what he's doing, but yeah, that's my expectation. Maybe one of these days, if we get Crown of Seeds, we can be Big Terra to our fullest capacity. But yeah, this deck is sweet. Give it a try. Try it out at your skirmish. If I was going to play a skirmish sometime soon, you know, I might play one Saturday or Sunday or something like that. This is probably what I would bring. So, like, completely full disclosure, you see me at a skirmish, just expect me to be on Terra playing Crown of Seeds and Rampart of the Ram's Head, because I know nothing else. This is all I want, is Rampart and Crown. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself and had a good time. And we will, you know, hit it again next week. Should be back next Thursday. I might be out of town, but I should be back Thursday. So we'll plan for Thursday. We might play some LL or something like that. Maybe some Living Legend Starvo for the skirmishes if you guys want to see that. So sounds good. We will see you guys next time. Bye.